welcome back to my channel. It's been, I think I've taken a 2 or 3 week break at this point. It wasn't really intentional. Like I said, I had planned on starting to upload even more videos, but unfortunately sometimes God has different plans for us, no matter what the plans we have for ourselves are. And you know, we just got to fall in alignment with that, with what he has for us. So I just kind of want to talk to you guys like kind of raw. First, I just left my house, so let's start by putting on my seatbelt. My seat feels weird. Like, I don't know, my husband drove my car, so it feels like it's not how I usually do it. I don't know how to fix it. It feels so weird. Okay, so anyway, hopefully you guys can see me. Okay. Alright, so currently, I'm sure you guys are like, where the hell are you going, girl? I'm currently on my way for what should be prayerfully the last time to go to this hospital, period, ever. Currently, we are May 19th, I believe, or yeah, I believe today is the 19th. I had my baby girl Monday, May 13th, and like I said, this is like just raw emotions of how I've been feeling. I went to a doctor's appointment on Monday, you know, knowing that within the next 2-3 weeks I will be delivering, just because I don't go past 37 weeks. The goal, every pregnancy for me is always 37 weeks. It's never beyond that. So I already knew before the month was out, I would be delivering. However, when I went to my appointment, my blood pressure was a little high. The night before, I had gotten really sick. I mean, probably the sickest I've ever been. But I pushed through and I was doing things around the house. Some just told me to get things done. So I was doing things around the house and, you know, just little different household stuff, you know, though, you know, that is my responsibility. Getting stuff ready for the kids and all that kind of stuff. So I just pushed through and I was like, okay, I'll feel better. I'll shower and I'll lay down. Showered, laid down, could not sleep. Tossed and turned. My head was pounding. I texted my husband, he was at work. I said, babe, I don't feel, this is the situation. And he said, do you want me to come take you to the hospital? And I said, no, because if I go to the hospital, I know they're going to make me deliver the baby. And I'm not ready. She's not ready. She's still cooking. So at this point, I'm 34 weeks and a day or so. No, 34 weeks and 4 days, I believe. Okay, I'm back. So at this point, I'm 34 weeks and maybe 3 days, I believe, or 2 days. I can't remember. I'll look on my calendar. So I'm like, no, I'm not ready because, you know, I have an appointment tomorrow. Let me just see what the doctor says. So I took some pain pills. Didn't go away. Waited 6 hours. Took some more pain pills. Didn't go away. By that time, it's time for my husband to come home. I started to get ready. Got the kids together and went to the doctor. I only had my baby daughter because my oldest son was already planning to be away on vacation with my family because my sister had graduated the past weekend with her doctorate. And we were all supposed to be celebrating, but I couldn't go because I was just so sick. So anyway, so that's where that is, right? So it's me, my husband, and my baby girl. We get to the doctor. My blood pressure's a little high, but not like immediately go to the hospital. I do my appointment. Doctor comes in. We talk. At that point, we decide that let's see what the baby looks like and decide from there. Because I explained how I was feeling and I saw her nurse practitioner and she was like, Dr. Garcia is going to tell you to go to the hospital. So that, and she's over there waiting for you. That's where you need to go. Saw the ultrasound. I felt good. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit better. I started to feel better on the drive to the doctor, ironically, right? I started to feel a bit better and I said, you know what? I think I can keep her in. Let me push until next week. Few reasons why I wanted to push till next week. I knew I was sick, right? But I know that I'm tough and I can, as long as I'm feeling her move and I know she's okay, I'm okay. And at this point, I get weekly ultrasounds. So I'm like, I'll be fine. My next ultrasound is Friday. It's Monday. We'll be okay. I also wanted to wait because right now, at that point in time, I don't have any family support as far as labor and delivery goes. You know, I only want my husband in the room with me, but I also would like my mom to be able to come and go, or, you know, somebody watch my kids for me. She already had my son, but somebody to watch my daughter so that my husband can be with me freely, you know, and not be distracted by our baby girl, because she does need a lot of attention. Of course, she's a baby. She's still a baby. She's not even 2 yet. So I said, let me just wait. So we were leaving the appointment. My husband was like, okay, what do you want to do? At that point, they had kind of left it up to me. He said, what do you want to do? I said, let's just go. Some told me just go, you know, and now I know that was God. So my hospital is connected to the doctor's office. So we walk over. They give me a triage, got me all set up. My first blood pressure was extremely high, 178 over 100. At that point, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to stay. And after they got me set up, I did some labs. They brought my husband and my baby girl back, and we were just, you know, relaxing. My blood pressure was taken every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, it kept going up, up, up. It would go down and then went right back up. They gave me, they didn't even give me anything at that point. They just said, let's just keep monitoring. The baby's fine. Heartbeat was good. Activity was normal. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, he had the wheel pushed in. I'm like, something ain't right with this car. So at that point, I stayed. There was hours went by. Every 15 minutes, they're taking blood pressure. They kept coming in, saying, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm okay. You know, I have a headache, but I'm okay. And they were like, okay, let's see. So Dr. Garcia comes, my doctor, and to be honest, I can make a whole video about her, because that lady is the epitome of what healthcare should be. And I am so grateful that my original doctor went on leave, because that was not my doctor at first. Although I did love my original doctor, she delivered my son. This doctor is a different level of bedside manner that is just, especially in a broken healthcare system, especially one that, let me not even go down that rant, that has done black women so wrong and so much mortality in giving birth. She came, she talked to me, she said, let's see how you feel. We're gonna give you some medicine, and then if everything's better, your blood pressure's okay, we're okay, we're gonna hold on. I said, okay. Came back, they did all that. A couple more hours went by, nothing was changing. At this point, it's getting a little late. Baby's getting tired. I told my husband, I said, let's just go home, and if I still feel bad, I will come back, I promise. And he was like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. You need to stay. The doctor is saying, wait. I said, let's just go. The baby's tired. You know, I want to go home and I want to be with you guys. And I hadn't eaten all day. And I was like, thinking about the food I want to eat and all. I'm like, I'm ready to go. So he was like, no, let's wait and see. Dr. K, I told her OB resident, I said, I don't want to deliver today. I want to go home. She's like, okay, let me tell Dr. Garcia to come talk to you. Dr. Garcia comes. She's like, very patient, very calm. She's like, I'm like, yeah, doctor, I just want to go home. And it's like she's listening to me, right? But in her head, she's like, no. So she was like, and just so you guys know, when you're in a hospital, you're in control, right? You never have to, and I'm going to stress that later in this video when I further address my situation. You are in complete control of your body, what you want to do, and your medical decisions. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like you're not in control or you don't have a say, because you 1,000% do. So anyway, she comes in, she's very calm tone. She's like, I don't feel comfortable with you going home. And I'm summing it up. I don't feel comfortable with you going home. We need to go ahead and deliver. Let's start thinking about how you want to deliver. Do you want to go ahead and try for the VBAC like we talked about? I'm comfortable with doing it. Or do you want to go ahead and do a cesarean? And I'm like, I need a minute, you know? So they allowed us space. They left the room. I talked to my husband and I said, if I have to deliver now, I don't want, and I told the doctor this too, I was like, I don't want to put the baby under the stress of Cervidol or Pitocin or any other thing, because she's already so little. And I said, can I get a steroid shot? They were like, yeah, right away. They gave me it right away. They didn't delay. Once I had decided that I would stay, they didn't delay me or anything. And I told her I didn't feel comfortable putting the baby into labor. As much as I wanted to try for a VBAC, I felt like at that point it was best for me to just say, because my anxiety was taking over, and I was so scared that something was going to be wrong with my baby because it's too early. And I was like, let's get her out quick and maybe it'll be okay, you know? I can't even remember which way I'm supposed to go. I think I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, and I don't have my GPS on because I'm talking to you guys. So I said, let's just do the cesarean. They gave me the steroid shot, and I'm just crying. Like, my husband's trying to support me. Baby, you know, baby's tired. He's like, let me go get her something to eat and we'll come back. So he left. He went to the cafeteria, got her food. And when she came back, she was calm. She was just sitting on the bed with me. And I was just crying, like, oh God, I can't believe this. Like, because it just happened so suddenly. And like, I started to feel guilty. Like, why did I go to the doctor? I should have toughed it out at home. You know, like, I should have just been okay with the pain and not went to the doctor, you know. And anyway, time goes on, and he's like, I had decided I was going to deliver at that point, and they said it'll be a few hours, because they had a couple of people before me, and my blood pressure had kind of stabilized by then. They started me on magnesium, which was horrible. The bolus, it just plays with your mind on top of everything you're already experiencing, you know. So he was like, well, we have two friends. Okay, his best friend is married to my friend, and her best friend is also my friend, right? So we have like a little tight circle or whatever. So at the same time, texting them like, hey, I'm gonna have to deliver or whatever. They're like, what do you need? Where do you need us? Do you want one of? We don't want you to deliver. And he called his friend. He was like, I have to leave because the baby's tired. We don't have anywhere to put her. I have to have a C-section. We can't take her into the operating room. So I have to go home. My wife's gonna have to deliver the baby alone. His friend's like, no, bring me the baby. And don't leave your wife by herself, right? So our kids, and I'm gonna say this, you know, I love my friends and I appreciate the offers. Like, it really touched me because I don't have a lot of people that like have my back, and everybody that had my back, they were thousands of miles away on a cruise, you know, because this was not the timing that we had planned. I didn't want to disrupt anybody's day, anybody's flow. Our hospital is very far from where we live. All of our friends live near us. I didn't want to disturb anybody. And I wasn't sure with my mental state how I felt, who I felt comfortable with coming. So my decision was completely mine, and it was not because I couldn't have people there with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody to take it in like, oh, nobody was there. No, people offered, but because of my mental state at that point, I was very low. I was very low and feeling so down and blaming myself that I didn't know how I would react. You know, when people are around, you have to like entertain and be, you know, you don't want them to think you have an attitude or you're ungrateful for them coming. And at that point, I didn't want to have to worry about that. Not that they probably would have made me feel that way, but that's just how I am. So at that point, I told my husband, I said, listen, free yourself from the guilt. Take the baby home. If she's okay, you can leave her with him and then come back. If not, stay with the baby. I will be okay. I will tell them to keep you informed. If anything goes wrong, you come back. He was like, no, I don't want to do that. We didn't have a choice. You know, we went back and forth. At the end of the day, the choice was he has to go home and be with the baby. Our kids are very spoiled. They're only used to being with us. Our kids are very spoiled. They're only used to being with us. Only other person that my kids are used to is my mom, and my mom is on a cruise. Now, sorry guys. So anyway, and my mom is on a cruise at this point. So I go ahead, send him home. I didn't want to, to be honest. Okay. Shoot, hold on. I'm probably gonna have to continue this another time because this is just not working out, and I need to be safe driving. Okay, it's better now. So, okay, I'm back. So I knew that I could do it, right? I knew that I could do it. So I was like, okay, just go. He left. The minute he left, I instantly regretted saying, we don't need help, I can do it. Because I felt so alone and like things were getting in my head, and I was just, it was too much. So anyway, a couple hours go by, and I'm gonna leave this part out because that's a whole different situation that I want to address later. But they say, oh, this is gonna be a little bit longer, da, 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 da. I'm getting emotional. I'm like, hurry up, like, so that I'm not backing out, you know. So they finally come. I go to the restroom. By the time I come back from the restroom, they come and get me, and I'm like, okay. I prayed. I was like, God, keep me protected, keep me safe, and save my baby, you know, bring us out of this okay, because at that point the situation was dangerous because of my blood pressure. Even on magnesium, it wasn't going down, and the goal was to prevent me from having a seizure or a stroke, or a million things could have gone wrong. But I only was seeing, you know, I don't want my baby to be early, I don't want to go to the NICU, but God was probably intervening from what could have been the very end of my life had I gone home and not listened, you know. So anyway, I get, they prepped me for surgery or whatever. Get back, and they asked me, like, do you want to walk or do you want to be on the thing? And I was like, I know it's a lot of work for you guys to push people on this bed, but I don't want to walk because of my anxiety. I'm scared and I'm alone and I don't want to do it by myself. So hold on, guys, I need to check something. So anyway, they wheel me back. They do the transfer, right? They transfer me to the little skinny operating table. The staff was impeccable. I told them, I explained, I was like, I'm a little bit nervous. I said, if I get anxious, you can put me under. I said, I will let you know, I will communicate, but I'm feeling very nervous. They were like, so sweet. The two nurses that, let me back up.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
I'm too emotional. The two nurses that came back to get me explained to me about the baby. And I said, nobody told me that. Like, the doctor, babies, they do fine at that gestation age, don't worry, da, da, da. But they told me, they were like, she's not going in the room with you. She will have to go to the NICU, and we will see what happens. And I lost it, right? And this was before the C-section, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go through with this, because they didn't tell me that. They told me this and it. And she was like, yes, they do okay normally, but she's like, you never know. So anyway, she's like, I want you to be prepared, and I don't want you to be surprised when they're wheeling your baby out. She's like, you will have an anxiety attack. So I said, okay, let me process it. She's okay, gave me a few minutes. They came back and got me, right? So we going back. They're so nice, they're sweet, they're keeping me calm. I said, can you guys just keep talking to me? Like, I don't care what you talk to me about, just talk to me about anything, because I want to stay calm. And they were just talking to me, and the anesthesiologist, I think his name's Tom, he was so nice and so sweet. Like, he explained everything like he was doing, and he was like, you're gonna be fine, you know, tell me if you have any. Nobody but God literally put those particular people on my case, you know. I was like, oh, it's taking too long, but God was doing his divine plan, because I needed those people in that moment to keep me feeling okay and not anxious, and, you know, to just trust the process. I needed that, but I didn't know that I needed it, you know. So they start I lay back, they start prepping me. I'm fully awake, I'm okay at this point, right? Because they've calmed me down. And I said, guys, I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm gonna keep
stay in the left 4 lanes.
It's gonna help me stay calm. So I felt like some pressure on my chest. So I said, what's my oxygen? And he's like, your oxygen's fine. He's like, everything's okay. And I noticed that it was like my boobs, like, went up, and it was like a pressure on my chest. And I was like contemplating asking, but I was shy. So I said, I'm so sorry, guys, but can somebody please pull my boobs down? And everybody started laughing. And the girl helped me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what it was. Because I was feeling like so much pressure on my chest. So they start the surgery, and it feels like I was in there forever, but I wasn't. Like, it was a few minutes, but it felt like forever. They took the baby out.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it was pretty quick. They took her out. Like I said, I don't remember the exact time. I know what time she was born, but I don't remember like how long from the time I got in there. I think the girl told me it was 9:11. I think I heard her call that out. And then the baby was born at 10:17. So around an hour, maybe. I have to look. But they took her out. She was crying. I said, okay. I said, hi, baby girl. I couldn't see her face or anything because I'm laying flat back at this point. And you know they have that blue tarp. So I'm like, hi, baby girl. Mommy loves you. It's going to be okay. Don't be scared. You know. And another thing I wanted to tell you guys is when I was going back, they took my stuff to my postpartum room, like my bags and stuff, because I had my husband bring my hospital bag in because I had already put it in the car, and the baby's diaper bag. And the girl, when she kept my phone, she said, I'm going to keep your phone for you, and that way I can take pictures of the baby in case you don't get to see her. And I said, okay, thank you so much. And I didn't know at that point how grateful I would be for that. But those nurses were literally so sweet to me when I needed them, you know, because it's not always the case. And that has not always been my experience. So anyway,
in 2 miles, take exit 128A toward Fannin Street.
You know, and doing what they got to do for me. And at that point, I was calm. I was okay. I was like, everything okay with the baby? They're like, yeah, we're just, you know, doing her workup or whatever. She got an 8 out of 9 on her APGAR score, or 8 out of 8, something like that. 8 out of 8, I think they said. I don't remember exactly, but it was 8 something. I don't know. So they came, brought her, showed me. They stopped for a minute, and I was like, oh, you're so pretty. They took her out, and the lady came, and she's like, I know you couldn't see her that well, but here are the pictures I took. And it was so sweet that she took pictures for me. So she was like, I'll give you your phone back in a little while. So they finished me up. And guys, once they got that baby out, I've been telling people this, I realized at that moment, once the baby came out, how sick I actually was. Because when I tell you, I instantly felt better. Oh my God, I'm gonna look a mess. I'm just crying. When I tell you guys that I instantly felt better, I felt like my old self again. I was happy again. I wasn't sick. I was sick. And I didn't realize how sick I was because I'm so tough and I don't complain and I just push through. And sometimes we got to give ourselves grace, especially when you're pregnant. You're carrying another human. That's hard on you. And a lot of people will say, oh, you're pregnant, you can still work, you can still do this, you can still do that. But people do not realize the intricacies that goes into that.
In about 1 mile, take the exit toward Texas Medical Center and North MacGregor Way.
Listen to your body. And I just thank God that he gave my husband the wisdom, the doctors the wisdom.
Continue straight, then use the right lane to take the exit toward Texas Medical Center and North MacGregor Way.
I'm very thankful that God intervened because I was my own worst enemy, trying to be too tough. So I get back to the room or whatever, and I don't even remember much from the operating room. Oh, okay. I went to
use the right lane to take the exit toward Texas Medical Center and North MacGregor Way.
Literally, I was just chilling. I was not in any pain at all. Didn't even feel like I had a C-section, to be honest. I felt completely normal. They were giving me ice chips, you know. They were like, let's take it slow with the fluids and everything, see how you feel. They gave me some pain meds. Then again, of course, I felt normal. I was full of pain meds. And epidural.
Take the exit, then turn right.
So, this is going to be a 2-part story, guys, because this is long.
At the light, use the right 2 lanes to turn onto North MacGregor Way.
Were so sweet to me. And they were like, okay, we're going to start doing your transfer, handing you off to the next team because we're about to go.
Turn right.
You know, your recovery time is over. And how long was I talking with that down? Anyway, I have to find out everybody's name and stuff because they were so sweet. I can't remember nobody's name right now. But that's where the whole different journey starts. So I'm actually almost to the hospital, so I will pick you guys back up probably on my way home or another time. I can't promise when this is going to be posted because right now I'm in another battle that I haven't even started to discuss with you guys. So for now, this is it. This is where I leave you. which is a few hours after I have given birth to our baby girl. So I will pick you guys back up to tell you the rest in a few days. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for caring. Bye.